arch is that it was approached, the post commander was approached, he signed off on it, the United States Army signed off on it, and the Department of Defense signed off on it. It is contributing, David can tell you a little bit more about that, to the historic landmark district. What's curious about Confederate monuments, to put it in some context, we know from about 1895 to World War I, about 93–95% of all Confederate monuments and memorials were put up. This was to kind of buy into the whole lost cause phenomenon, where they were trying to reestablish the courage and the valor of those soldiers who fought for the South. And also to create some identity to the South now that the military districts are starting to retire. A lot of people don't realize that the state of Virginia, the Commonwealth of Virginia, was military district #1 and would stay under military control, United States military control, for 10 years. And to add irony to irony, the command center for military district #1 for the Commonwealth of Virginia was the White House of the Confederacy in Richmond, Virginia. So think about that. The second phase of Confederate memorialization, and they put these monuments up for 3 reasons primarily: memorialization, education, and for political reasons. And we start to see that during the Civil Rights Movement. In the 1960s and even the early 1950s, as the Civil Rights Movement starts to take hold, we're seeing a response from white Southerners to reestablish their history, or in their minds, their history of the Confederate South. So we start to see a whole second surge of those type of memorials going up. This is a result of that second surge, or that second phase. I'll leave it for debate and discussions and scholars and preservationists to have debate on whether it should stop or stay, go or stay. What we're going to try and do, as long as it remains up, we're going to contextualize it. We're going to interpret exactly the same way I just explained it all to y'all. Yes, it was deliberately put up, and it was put up for deliberate reasons, regardless of what the underlying pitch to the Army commander was. It was a response to the resurgence of the Civil Rights Movement in the 1950s and 1960s, and there's no way getting around that. I don't know if my distinguished colleague, Dr. Ayers, wants to add anything to that, but that's it in a nutshell. Thanks, Ed.
You're welcome.